Hi everyone, I hope you are well. Welcome to this video about the planet Saturn. Saturn is one of the most fascinating planets in our solar system, with its famous rings and its size exceeding more than 9 times that of the Earth. In this video, we will explore some of the most interesting aspects of this mysterious planet, including its history, composition, rings and moons. Let's begin with the history of Saturn. Saturn is a planet that has fascinated humans for thousands of years. It is named after the Roman god of agriculture, who was also associated with wealth and prosperity. Saturn was considered the last known planet in ancient times, because it was the furthest from the Earth and was therefore difficult to observe. However, it was in the 17th century that the planet began to be studied in greater depth. In 1610, the Italian scientist Galileo was the first to observe the rings of Saturn through a telescope. He described the rings as 3 stars in a row, not realizing that he was actually observing flat rings around the planet. Later, other scientists continued to observe Saturn and study the planet's features, but the resolution of the telescopes of the time did not allow to see much detail. It was only in the 20th century that research on Saturn really progressed thanks to space missions. The first mission to Saturn was the Pioneer 11 probe, launched by NASA in 1973. The probe flew past Saturn and its moons in 1979, sending back images and data that allowed scientists to learn more about the planet. Let's see now the composition of Saturn. Saturn is a gas giant planet, which means that it is primarily composed of gas rather than solid matter. It is primarily composed of hydrogen, about 96%, and helium, about 3%, with small amounts of other elements such as methane, ammonia, water and frozen methane. Scientists believe that the planet is divided into several distinct layers. The outermost layer consists of a mixture of hydrogen and helium gas, which gradually thins out towards the planet's interior. Deeper into the planet, the pressure and temperature increase, compressing the hydrogen into a metallic liquid, which is a very efficient electrical conductor. Deeper into the planet, the pressure and temperature increase even more, and the hydrogen is compressed into a solid state. The deepest layers of the planet are probably composed of a solid core of rock and metal. Saturn's composition has been studied through remote observations, such as observations of light reflected from the planet, as well as through data sent back by space missions. Using this data, scientists have been able to determine the approximate composition of the planet and have also discovered phenomena such as the formation of storms and spots on the planet's surface. Let's have a closer look at his rings. Saturn is famous for its spectacular planetary rings, which are made up of billions of tiny fragments of ice and rock, ranging in size from a grain of sand to a car. Saturn's rings are the largest and most massive of all known planetary rings in the solar system, extending to about 282,000 kilometers from the planet. Rings are divided into several groups, each with a different density. Rings A, B and C are the largest and most visible from Earth, with ring B being the brightest. Rings D, E, F and G are less wide and less dense than rings A, B and C, and are harder to see from Earth. Scientists believe that Saturn's rings formed billions of years ago, perhaps from material that failed to coalesce into a moon because of the planet's gravity. Over time, ice and rock particles accumulated to form the rings. Saturn's rings have been studied closely by several space missions. These missions have allowed scientists to discover fascinating details about the rings, such as the presence of waves and spirals, as well as the formation of mini-moons within the rings. Another fascinating aspect of Saturn is its incredible number of moons. Saturn is surrounded by a complex system of more than 80 known moons, each with its own characteristics and features. Saturn's largest moons, Titan and Enceladus, are of particular interest to scientists because they offer unique opportunities to study the origin and evolution of our solar system. Titan is the second largest moon of Saturn and the only known moon in the solar system to have a dense atmosphere. This atmosphere is mostly nitrogen, with traces of methane, ethane and other hydrocarbons. Scientists believe that Titan's surface resembles that of the early Earth, before the appearance of life. Images from NASA's Cassini-Huygens probe and the European Space Agency have revealed lakes and rivers of liquid methane on Titan's surface, as well as a thick layer of clouds. Enceladus, an icy moon of Saturn, has also attracted the attention of scientists because of its water ice geysers that gush from its south pole. The Cassini-Huygens probe has detected evidence of a liquid ocean beneath Enceladus' frozen surface, making it another promising candidate for the search for life in the solar system. In addition to Titan and Enceladus, Saturn has many other fascinating moons, such as Mimas, which has a large visible scar on its surface caused by a meteor impact. Dione, Tethys, Rhea and Japet are other moons of Saturn that have been explored by space missions and have revealed fascinating details about their history and composition. In summary, Saturn's system of moons is rich in diversity and offers many opportunities for the study of the origin and evolution of our solar system. Let's look at the most famous human missions to Saturn. Space missions have been crucial to studying Saturn more closely. In 2004, the Cassini probe was launched by NASA to study Saturn and its moons. The Cassini mission lasted 13 years, during which time the probe sent data and images of Saturn and its moons that have helped us better understand their composition and history. In 2005, the probe also sent the small probe Huygens to the moon Titan, which made the first soft landing on an alien body in the outer solar system. Soon, NASA's Dragonfly mission, scheduled for 2027, is scheduled to land on Titan to explore its surface and surroundings. Space missions have thus played a vital role in better understanding Saturn and its system, and it is highly likely that future missions will be launched to learn even more about this fascinating planet. Thus, Saturn has been fascinating for years and continues to fascinate young and old alike. Research on the planet, its rings and moons is progressing, and the information gathered is very promising for understanding the formation of life. Who knows what secrets Saturn may yet reveal to us? I hope you enjoyed this zoom on the planet Saturn. If you did, feel free to leave a like and ask your questions in the comments. I will be happy to answer them. Thanks for watching.